Hello friends, today we will learn star fill cording and chain advance. We have points under it. Back on same line, plasma fill, plasma with line fill, alternative reverse, auto reverse fill, extend stitch, skip first boundary, Dori specific tracking, Jalebi turn stitch, line parameter, back from center with user defined center point. So let's start with plasma fill. So first of all we will draw an object from the line fill here. To take plasma fill, click on the star fill button. Have to go in advance. It is here. Plasma fill has to be turned on. It will look something like this. Then we will turn on plasma with line fill here. It is used to create an object in the design of the cording or chain. Still the shape is not perfect here. If we check, this machine will run like this. So there is an option for this here back on same line. With the use of this, all these lines that are going on in such a way become perfect. Any line will end where it starts. So here we learned plasma fill, plasma with line fill and back on same line. After that there is an option alternative reverse. If we run the machine here, then every line runs cycle-wise. Each line runs exclusively clockwise or anti-clockwise. When we on alternative reverse, one line will run clockwise and the other line will run anti-clockwise. So this was the alternative reverse fill. Then comes the auto reverse fill. When we make a design of chain or cording, there is an object of plasma fill in it, then the fill should come out of the inside. If the object is moving from outside to inside, then this tracking should not be in the design of the cording and chain. So auto reverse fill is used for that. We'll turn on auto reverse fill. If you check, then the first tracking will be made and it will go inside. After that the object will be created and it will come out. The design object of the cording or chain should always come from the inside to the outside, not from the outside to inside. Here we do this shape in this way. When the cording works, the outer boundary line will run perfect, but the inner line will not be perfect. For this, we will use extend stitch. Here is the extend stitch button, we'll turn it on. Some stitches will be added to the corner so that the corner will be perfect. Then comes skip first boundary. Now we will learn how it works. Here we applied plasma fill in yellow color if we want to change the color of its boundary. If you want to do it in this way, if you want to skip the first line of the boundary, then use skip first boundary. If we turn it on, then the first line that is visible will be skipped from here. Duplicate the object and convert it to a line fill. So here we want to take another color outline, so we can take it. Then comes Dori specific tracking. If you create an object of plasma for the sequence, then the tracking of this tray goes on in it. Such tracking does not work in coding and chain, there should be a tracking straight in it. If such tracking comes in the coding, then there will be no finishing in the design. For that, Dori specific tracking is used. There is an option here. By turning it on, the first tracking is created in the object. After that the object comes out while creating the object. Here the tracking will be straight. After that comes Jalebi turn stitch. Here, each line ends where it starts, creating a corner at that point. But if we want a stitching effect like Jalebi, then we can use Jalebi turn stitch. There is an option here. If you want to turn on the option, then the entire stitching effect will change here. Right now the tracking here will be attached to the nearest stitch. In this way, the object will be completed. Then comes the line parameters. After going to Advanced, here is the option given line parameter. The same will come here as well as the property of line parameters. From here we can increase or decrease the stitch length. It was 2 millimeters, we made it 1 millimeter. If we want to take any motif under this, then we can take it. For example, we took the back stitch, so it has been applied to the whole object. We make the stitch length 3. This is done. Apply for motif. Right now, stitch length, tracking length, Dori specific tracking, auto reverse fill are all completed here. After that we will learn to set spacing. All these lines that come in the plasma film have to be more or less gaping between the lines. Whatever value we add in stitch spacing in star fill's basic property, the spacing will change. It is here now, 1 millimeter. If we set 2 millimeters here, then the spacing will increase. The space between two lines will be increased to 2 millimeters. If we want to add a sequin under it, then we can add it. To add a sequin, if you want to create an object with a sequin here, then the auto reverse fill that we had turned on for coding and chain will have to be turned off. So you can add a sequin from this way. Here we keep a stitch length of 3 mm, keep an offset of 0.8. We placed the same object everywhere here. Here is the option of use as attachment. Any object has been created. If we want to place it, then we can use it. To do placement, first of all we have to select the object that has to be placed. After that he has to click on the button Use as Attachment. Here it will start a pencil-like mode for placement. After that we can place the object in this way. You don't have to add any property or value for that. Now here we have kept the stitch length of all the objects at 3 mm. We had to keep 1.50 or 1.80 in the cording or chain. We have selected all the objects, then go to the Advanced Property and go to the Line Parameters. If a length of 1.50 is set, it will affect a particular object. If we desire the same stitch length across all objects, we need to select all the objects where we want to change the length. First, convert them into line fill, then go to the Properties and set the stitch length to 1.50. Click on the Star Fill button again. This action will apply the 1.50 length setting to all the objects. Now, we need to do it in such a way that only 2 or 3 lines remain and the inside space becomes empty. Here, we have the option of Star Offset. In this, the number of lines that will appear will be equal to the value we add. Now, if we set it to 3 here, then only 3 lines will appear here, and the rest will be removed. So now, we can add any stitching effect inside this. For example, if we want to use sateen fill, we can use it. So, we have applied sateen fill here. Then comes the options Back from Center and User-Defined Center Point. Back from Center and User-Defined Center Point are used together. This option appears in the Advanced Properties of the Star Fill. Right now we have drawn a circle here, in which Star Fill applied. After that, in the Advanced Properties here, there is an option for Back from Center which needs to be turned on. So here we see how it works. So initially, the star was something like this. Each stitch would go out and then come back. And now it's something like this. Let's run the machine and check. One will come back from the center. If we have to increase this fall now, then by using the value here in the offset, we can make the inner fall smaller or bigger. If you want to set the center point of this star somewhere manually, for this, we have the option of User-Defined Center Point, which needs to be turned on. So here we can see. Here, the stitches will retract back from the center, which used to be fully formed in the star. Currently, we need to set the center point to any desired location. For that, we turned on User-Defined Center Point, then press OK. Then there is a button User-Defined Center Point, left click on it. Then we have to click on the center point where we want.